Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. How's it going, Colin? Where's it go? I'm good, Justice. How are you doing, dude? Oh, yeah, it's already filled. As of about 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago, we've been full. Like, literally, we're pretty much just getting it, can get right into it. That's what happens when you got a solid product. So, really, I'm just waiting for some people to hop in. Like, I can hit the start break right now. Let's go. I'm hoping so, man. I want to get something cool for you. I feel like I owe it to you at this point. I'm gonna hit the start breaking right now, just so that way, some of the folks who got on here. Yeah, you got Gasly and Colapinto. And before we actually start, I'll go through spots, who has what, and go from there. So that way everybody knows. Just to get started, I am going to go ahead and open up the fresh case of 2024 Finest Formula One. What's up, AJ? I know you did. I know you did. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. That's a big boy decision. Uh, and where'd you find out about that one? Right in my stream. Yeah, probably one. Yeah, I think I set a record for my quickest fill. Uh, and there we go. But we're doing a full case of this. Obviously, fresh case. We're looking to hear this button as much as physically possible tonight. Hey, I didn't write that, bro. The LCS did. And even he commented, he's like, yeah, one of my inventory guys wrote Formula. And I was just like, it's okay. Hopefully that means it's the Formula for some 101s. And just so you guys are aware, if you didn't get in this, if you did get in this one, I am going to be posting another finest break very soon. I might change it up a little bit, but should still be fun, exciting, and as always, a grand old time. So, no, I am going to be doing another dollar start team break, and that's going to be Saturday night. No, I'm not gonna I don't like pick your insert stuff, not on this, because obviously there's a lot to break down. Because you gotta think, you got common, you got uncommon, you got rare, you got all the inserts, you got the parallels, like, there's a lot to it. Like, do you have rare out of 99 as its own insert, and then uncommon out of 150? Like, it's there's a lot. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go over, um, all the spots right now right quick. So so Prost is going to Chris Medvey. Albon to Master Shifu. Dunn to Cadence. All other F2 to Eric Mensch. All other F3 to Jessup 413. Antonelli to Juice for F1. Lindblad, G Mauer's Cards. Senna, Gavin. Carlos Sainz to Jeff Chang. Leclerc to Twins Brakes. Coulthard to Chris Medvey. Bogdanovich to Pito. Emerson Fittipaldi to Branham Jim. Ocon to one of one snap in. F1 crew and team to Carlandos. Alonso, Frankencards, Colapinto, Paint, Bortoletto, Formula Queen, Gabriele Mini, PT Cards, George Russell, Formula Queen, Berger, Pito, Hadjar, Mensch, Jackie Stewart, Sun City Rips, Jack Crawford, Brenton Dalton, James Hunt, Dad's Cards, Dirksen, Pito, Magnuson, Cadens, Kimi Räikkönen and Juan Pablo Montoya goes to Brenham Jim. Lance Stroll to Cadence. Lando to Just Cards. Fornaroli, T. Campbell. Lewis Hamilton, Hammer Time Hits. Luke Browning, Sports Card UK. Andretti and Hacknen to Brenham Jim. Max Verstappen, Spillman 07, 007. Schumacher to Rixer. Hulkenberg to Pito. Nigel Mansell to Chris Medvey. Behrman to Captain Caminata. Piastri to Brent Dalton. Paul Aaron, OC Breakers. Gasly to Paint. Seb Montoya to Spillman 007. Checo, Formula Queen. Sophia Driz, of course. Valtteri Bottas, Pito. Yuki Tsunoda, Tennessee. Zane Maloney, Pito. And Joe Guan Yu to Mensch. So that goes over everybody who has what spot. We're 6 minutes into this. I am ready to rip. Somebody give me the okay. Everybody good? Everybody ready? Yeah, you got all other F3 in here. Driz, too bad. And then, yeah, I'm ready. So, just so you guys are aware, a little poor planning on my part. A little poor planning. I do not have the top loaders for the relics. I overnighted them. They will be here in the morning, so of course they will ship, but you will see them just sleeved for the night. So, just be aware. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Spend After ripping a case of this impromptu break Saturday, I am extremely excited to do this. And I'm due for a 101. I've hit a 101 in every product except for Echelenza because I only did 10 damn boxes of it. We need one in this one just so I can complete everything. Echelenza I'm not worried about anymore. No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. All right. My music is going to cut in and out. All right. Botas, Arvid, Miata, Nando Alonso, and Max Verstappen right behind him. Zach O'Sullivan, David Coulthard, and then on the back end we got Taylor Barnard. Behind that, a little Santiago Ramos, and then on the blue F1 rare, a little Alexander Albon, 45 of 99. Arvid is not in all other F3. All other F3, as noted on here, is 21 of the drivers. So no Sophia, no Arvid, no Dunn. So there's a few spots that are not in there. You do need to follow me on Instagram, Jessup. I'll DM you after this, but follow me on Instagram. I post about all of my breaks there first. We'll talk. All right. So that is the first hit, 45 out of 99. I've gotten better. And speaking of which, we have our first die cut. And a nice little insert on the back end of things. So we got Hauger up front, Max Esterson, Tommy Smith, a little bit of Lando Norris, Murray Boya, Michael Schumacher, and then Alan Prost. We'll go with this one first, which is a Kush Miney. On the die cut, out of 40, Alan Prost, 3 out of 40. And then on the insert of finishers, more Alexander Albon. More Alexander Albon. I'm going to just put this one over to the side. And then out of 40 gets a button press, guys. 3 out of 40 for the Prost die cut. Not much, Mr. Euro. How are you doing? Jessup, are you still here? We got some gold and an insert. All right. Albon on top. Casper Stuka. This is one thing I do hate about the product. Do hate about this. Master Shifu, you already got 2 Albons up there. Ramos, Leclerc, Hadjar, Michael Schumacher, Alan Prost, Solov on the uncommon, F2, little Isaac Hadjar, rare, out of 20 on the gold. And then little George Russell Intimidators. So there we go. Yeah, Hadge getting some love right off the rip. We take that. Right. What's that? Said I had an alert, and then it said little 500 error on whatnot for me, so that's nice. All right, we are halfway done with the first box. Halfway done, first box. All right, I see a bit of color here, though. Ayrton Senna, Enzo Fittipaldi, Gasly, Luke Browning, Nikita Bedrin, Nigel Mansell. All right, little color coming up, and I think I already know who it is. Little Michael Schumacher, 12 out of 200. Max Verstappen, little Charles Leclerc on the refractor. And then on the headliners, Jackie Stewart. Jackie Stewart. Come on. There we go. All right. My internet might be having an issue. I'm getting poor connection. Let me know if you guys are lagging or anything like that or seeing any lag. I hope not, but you never know. Yeah, because my music stopped. Instagram won't load. Whatnot's being a pain. All right. No relic so far in this box. Two die cuts in here. We'll start on the back. We got Zagazeta on the refractor, uncommon refractor. Ayrton Senna, Jack Crawford, Villa Gomez, Alonso, Sonopol, Nigel Mansell. First die cut we got is Kimi Antonelli, 39 and 99. That's a good one. That's a very solid hit. And then more Antonelli on the headliners die cut out of 74. And then Colapinto on the uncommon rookie at the end of it. Colapinto to finish it out. But 2 Antonelli hits in a row. We like that. Do you guys see how smooth that just went? You see how smooth that load went? I'm proud of myself now. Just took a little bit of training. A little bit of training. But we got 2 Antonelli die cuts in there. Not bad at all for the Antonelli spot. And then some good old Colapinto. All right. Last pack of box 1. That is the Hadge. All right. We got a relic here. Trying to see if there's any other hints. All right. Mini. All cards are shipping. Yep. Maxi. Christian Mansell. David Coulthard. Nicolas Solov. Nico Hulkenberg on the out of 150 uncommon blue. And then on the relic, 63 of 99, Gasman Pierre Gasly. Feel weird not having music playing, but that's what happens when I'm stealing my neighbor's internet. All right, I think we're going to have to put the blues off to the side here, y'all, because we're already getting pretty loaded up. And the headliners for J Stu I'm going to put over here right now as well. And then we'll just move along afterwards. Yeah, guys. Oh, I was just kidding, but all base will ship with this product. I've already dedicated the sorting. / my wife. All right. We are on to box 2. Jessup, are you still in the show? she's downstairs. She's hopefully going to be napping soon. All right, one quick second. Trying to get some messages on here. Yeah, we just started for box 1 just finished. All right, let me. All right. We got some inserts and die cut. All right, we're going to start this pack off. We got Colapinto up front. Roman Stanek. Joseph Loki. Nico Hulkenberg. Lawrence Van Hopen. Nige. Ollie Behrman on the refractor, common refractor. Little Max Verstappen on the uncommon. First die cut is Lando, 82 of 99. And then next is a Williams driver. More Alexander Albon finishers. 11 out of 50 on this one. 11 out of 50. So first one was a base. This one is numbered. So Albon is getting some love tonight. McLaren finally getting a little bit of love. Honestly, on that first case that I did, there was like hardly any. Hardly any. Pack 2, box 2. No super in this one. But we got Cush, Senna, Antonelli, Lance Stroll, Marty, Kimi Räikkönen, Michael Schumacher, Zagazeta on the rare, Dino Bogdanovic on the uncommon, and then on the blue, it's F3, little Tommy Smith, 105 out of 200 on Tommy Smith. All right, we got a blue relic here. Esterson up front, Miata, Max, Michael, Prost uncommon, Noel Leon on the uncommon, a little Oscar Piastri, 120 or 150 on the uncommon blue. And then on the relic, James Vowles, 18 of 75. Going to the TP spot. Actually, blues we're staying off to the side for now. It's not too shabby there. Pack 3, or pack 4, I'm sorry, of box 2. All right, we got some gold, but it's going to be an insert and then possibly an out of 10 or 20. We got Dunn, Tommy Smith, Lando Norris, Lewis Hamilton, Martinius Stenshorn, Dirksen, Alain Prost, Sonopol, a little Franco Colapinto on the finest finest intimidators, and some Cordial Karma, geez, out of 10 on the rare black and red. Nothing, just an incident. Yeah, this is the only case I'm running tonight, Ozzy. And for inserts, even base ones, they're going to be top loaded and such. And then rare refractors will be top loaded. And then all refractors, uncommon and rare, will be sleeved at least. All right, we got our second relic of this box. Ooh. I saw the name. And then we got a World's Finest on the end. Bottas, Enzo Fittipaldi, Pierre Gasly, Nige, Ollie Behrman on the die cut out of 40 rare. Colapinto on the World's Finest. And then on, we got one in the middle here. Little Zane Maloney. Little Track Attack Botas, 41 out of 99. Yeah, Colapinto, he's eating pretty well so far this case. Eating pretty well. And that one, like I said, that's a rare out of 40 on the die cut. And then that one, it is a base, so we're just going to keep that off this side. But hey, we still take Colapinto in here, right? All right, on the back end, we got Yuki Tsunoda on the common refractor. Haug, Arvid, Fernando Alonso, Zach O'Sullivan, Mari Boya, David Coulthard, little Suka on the uncommon on the back end, Esty Bestie, 75 out of 200, and then finishers out of 25 on the Max Verstappen for you, Josh. Out of 25 on that bad boy. Lando driver number. Yeah, I'd hope you would. Not a bad little hit. Not a bad little hit. And not bad for 2 boxes. Look at all those hits. Just 2 boxes over there. Yeah, there you go. Number of championship match. All right. Yeah. Just 2 boxes, and look at what's up there. That's really, really solid. I just want to see some golden rings. Is that too much to ask? Joseph Loki on that refractor. Nope, just rare. Senna, little Antonelli, Fornaroli, Lance Stroll, Carlos Sainz, Cian Shields, Alain Prost, Gothi on the uncommon, and a little Shumi, 68 out of 99 on the die cut. We like die cuts, man. I think, especially compared to Paddock Pass die cuts, just how sharp and crisp these ones are. We take those. We take those. All right. We got another relic here. Charlie Wirtz, Max Verstappen, Joshua Dufek, the Nige, and then a little Prost out of 50. Lance Stroll, more Colapinto on the Finest Masters X Factor. And then on the blueprints, Alexander Albon. This is a Williams box or case, guys. And that's an out of 99. Out of 99. Not that I know of as far as snapping together, but geez, what am I? All right. these base finest finishers or intimidators are going to go off here. Need more stands. But Jessup, if you're in here, I sent you a DM. Well, no, one of the reasons why I listened to this station that I made on Pandora is because it's all cover songs, so the copyrights don't really matter anyways. So YouTube doesn't make it so that way I have to, redo everything after the fact. Ooh, insert die cut. Insert die cut. Oh, no, never mind. I thought it felt it, but I did not. All right. Done. Colapinto. Stanek. A little bit of Lewis. Joshua Dirksen. The Nige with mustache. Kimi Räikkönen. Ollie Behrman, 63 out of 75 on the die cut. Max Esterson. And on the world's finest, a little Checo Perez. Yeah? No, I sent it on here. If you can send me a message on IG, that's going to be a lot easier. If you're good with that, Jessup. All right. Pretty sure I already saw which team this last insert's going to. We got Kush. Yeah, it's just on the messaging. But yeah, find me on IG so that way we can go over stuff. Joseph Loki, Nico Hulkenberg, Lawrence Van Hopen, Joseph Maria Marti, so Pepe, Michael Schumacher. On the blue, we got a little Zane Maloney, 150 out of 200. Alain Prost, Joshua Dufek on the rare refractor. And then, wouldn't you know it, more Franco Colapinto. Jesus. All right. I'm going to sleeve the rare refractor now. Why not? All right. I think we got a gold chaos coming up. It looks it at least. Hauger, Esterson, Miata, Max Verstappen, Murray Boya, Michael Schumacher. Jesus. Jack Crawford out of 99. Emerson Fittipaldi on the Chaos, 50 out of 50 bookend.
Nothing, just an incident.
Nico Hulkenberg, and then Michael Schumacher on the Common Refractor. Nice, getting some Fittipaldi love here. That isn't Enzo for once. All right, another relic. Green relic. Tommy Smith up front. Lando. Martinius Stenshorn. Alain Prost. Piotr Visnicki. Max Verstappen on the rare. Little K-Mag finest formulas out of 50 relic. And then Lewis Hamilton half driver number, so 22 out of 150 on the uncommon. eBay 101, that's what matters. As long as you can mess with the eBay algorithm, you'll be set. Jessup, I appreciate that. Thank you for your understanding, man. All right. This is the halfway box. Colin, they do it to essentially see who they can mislead and get more eyes on their listings. Not the right thing to do, but that's why it's kind of like a running joke in the community, eBay 101s. Yeah, definitely is. It's almost stuck. There we go. God dang it, dude. Colin, Albon, Suka, Gabriele Mini, Charlotte Claire, Isaac Hadjar, David Coulthard. Oh, I thought that said Williams Racing, but Enzo Fittipaldi on the finest masters in the back. David Coulthard on the rare refractor. Cordial, and then on the blue, little Paul Aaron 103 out of 200. I keep thinking I'm seeing Williams Racing on everything now. Like, that's all I see. Yeah, at one point they were world champions. So, as you see, a lot of cards come out for the good old legend spots. So, really like that. Makes up for Paddock Pass having a quote unquote legend spot that had some world stages and power packed. No golden discs yet. All right, we got Alonso on the rare on the back end. Ayrton Senna, Santiago Ramos, Lewis Hamilton, Luke Browning, Nikita Bedrin, Michael Schumacher, Prost, and then on the back end we got Alonso, and on the blue rare, a little Ayrton Senna, 44 out of 99. So I think this is actually a pretty awesome card with that numbering, considering Lewis drove Senna's car at Brazil. And of course, Lewis is number 44. So that's me connecting dots you didn't even know existed. You're welcome. eBay 101. I'm a nerd with connecting dots. You're a nerd with spreadsheets, bro. There's a big difference. Big difference. Senna, Versure, Sonopol, Alain Prost, Little Albon, Victor Martins on the rare, Lando Norris 16 out of 150 for the uncommon blue, and on the sideways relic, K-Mag 42 out of 99 for the race days relic. So there we go for some Haas action. Not too shabby. Oh, I know you do. Some more World's Finest. We'll start off front with Jack Crawford, Piotr Wisnicki, Rafael Villagomez, Fernando Alonso, Max Verstappen, Christian Mansell, Nigel Mansell, Michael Schumacher, Zane Maloney, 19 out of 20, and then Ayrton Senna, World's Finest. That one is nice too. But there we go for Zane.
Nothing, just an incident.
Yeah, there you go. All right, I gotta be choosy now. I think we got to get the out of 50s out. I'm gonna take this Antonelli out. Yeah, dude, that's a solid hit then. I wanted to do an out of 25 World's Finest set, non-die cut. Non-die cut. So if one comes out in this break, I might have to reach out to somebody. If I take all the Franco cards down, I don't have any more up there. Ooh. I saw that relic. I saw the name on it. Yuki, Bogdanovich, Seb Montoya, James Hunt, 70 or 10 out of 75 on the Prost die cut. Gasman, a little Carlos Sainz headliners, and on the gold relic, some more K-Mag, 12 out of 25, two color. So that's not too shabby for you. I'm just going to put that right in front of the other K-Mag. And like I said, I will have these all top loaded once my overnight order gets here because I'm an idiot. I think I underestimated how many I'd need and how many I had from the last break. Yeah, K-Mag's doing pretty well. Makes up for Lance. I'm very happy with where we're at the halfway point. I don't think anyone can disagree there. Ooh, we got a Black World's Finest coming out, so somebody might be getting some cash. Zagazeta, Noleon, Lewis, K-Mag, Cordial, Michael, a little DC on the common, Refractor, Sammy McGutniff on the first die cut, Nige, that's 82 and 99. And on the out of 25 World's Finest, Yuki Tsunoda, 18 out of 25. There we go, Bryce. If you're listening, I need to have it because that's reverse Oscar driver number.
Nothing, just an incident.
That's a really nice one too. Dude, I'm liking this case. I'm liking this case. And it's also nice to just rip right on through versus doing the dollar starts. Where it's just like, all right, we finished the box, got to start up the next one. All right, I got to take down the Kimmy. And honestly, the relics, I'm going to take those and just put them off this side because they are all above out of 50. So I'll put those right here. So we are halfway through the break. And look at the stack just off to the side. Like, off to the side. Oh, man. All right. Hadge, you're going to have to take a little seat because you're an out of 50. Fittipaldi. And then these guys, unfortunately, as well. But that means K-Mag, this one, gets promoted over here, being an out of 25. And this guy will hang out over here as well. Yeah, this particular product is not auto heavy, but obviously relic heavy. And there are some nice relics. The red right over here, that's Cordial. We had to start off with some Cordial Karma. This is box 5, Chris. You're getting a bunch of die cuts already. I know that much. You have Prost, DC, Nige. Prost, DC, Nigel. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you for losing track of them all. All right. Joe. Sophia. There you go, Driz. You're getting a base card. Callum Voisin. George Russell. Victor Martins. David Coulthard. Alonso, 196 out of 200. Zagazeta on the refractor. Who else but Franco Colapinto on the die cut out of 74 Finest Masters? And then behind him, Villagomez. Franco is eating tonight. Yeah. And the best part about these, Colin, every one of them is marked rookie card. Rookie galore. Oh, you know that if it has a 1-1, it's going to be freaking Franco or Albon, because Albon's gotten some solid cards out too. Speaking of which, his are out of 50, so we'll take his down next. All right, we got a relic. We're going to start on the back end with the Enzo Fittipaldi 23 out of 150. Coria, Esti, Oligoeth, Michael Schumacher, Alexander Dunn, little Ayrton Senna on the rare, and then a 10 out of 50 for the McLaren boys on the dual relic. So Brent Dalton and Just Cards, you guys are going to have to either one, buy one another out, or we will duck race this at the end. And damn it, I would be happy with this. I might just have to trade you guys break credit, each of you. You know, that would be the nice thing. Just, you know what? Let's give that as a tip to good old Justin Incident. Yeah, any joints now, we don't duck race, we just give it to the house. Uh-oh, we got something red ball on the back end, an insert. Senna, Tramnitz, Ollie Behrman, Sammy McGutniff, Nando, Paul Aaron, Prost, Noige, Sonopol, 14 out of 20, and a finishers Verstappen base. But it's okay to have a base when we already gotten out of 25 for him. All right? It's okay to have a base in this instance. Yeah, Justice, I'll create a chat.
Nothing, just an incident.
The super is in one of the next 3 boxes or 3 packs. That's what Topps told me when I called and said I would like to have a Topps Direct account, and then I woke up. The source? Trust me, bro. How funny would it be, though, if, like, the next pack had a super in it, or next, soon. Bortoletto, Bogdanovich, Checo Perez, Nikola Solov, Nigel, James Hunt, a little Michael Schumacher, 76 out of 99. Paul A. Aaron, actually, no, his does just have one A, so I can't use that. Sammy McGutniff on the refractor, and a little Lando Norris Intimidators. Dude, that DC Super Auto, the George Russell Super, like all those were from the same LCS I got these from. My Percy rips, bro. I've been buying individual boxes from another LCS. Hell, I actually just bought 2 boxes off of eBay because I was just like, I want those for when I go on vacation, even though I won't wait until vacation to rip them. I go on vacation at the first weekend of May. You think I'm gonna have those still in my possession? Hell no. Going to Outer Banks, North Carolina. Yuki, Noleon, Oscar, Lewis, Taylor Barnard, Sebi Montoya, Michael, Nige on the rare on the back end, Carlos, and then on the blue, Joshua Dirksen, 83 out of 200. Oh, did you really? Yeah, usually I get a house out in Nag's Head each year for a week. Josh, I know for sure we're still planning on September, but I actually might head up there. I don't know. There was talks about going up in July, but I don't think I'll be able to swing that because I got my daughter's birthday at the end of July, and then of course the national. Oh, nice, Gavin. I plan on it. Yeah, plan on hitting the national. Oh yeah, I go up to Corolla and Duck in the truck and drive on the beach each year. Get a nice little day pass, park. Need a roomie? Where? Oh, if you want to, dude. Honestly, yeah. Because my wife is staying back home with the kid and the dogs. I have no problem splitting a room. Ooh, more die cut. Where are the golden discs? Wait a minute. Oh no, that's a 10. I thought it was backwards and it was an 01. Yeah, man, reach out. Zagazeta, Vershore, Visniki, K-Mag, Cordial, Prost. Who else but Franco Colapinto on the X-Fractor Intimidators? Again, Prost. Van Hopen on the die cut out of 75. Gabriele Mini, and then a little Victor Martins 10 out of 10 auto.
Nothing, just an incident.
There we go. There we go. That's going to the Mensch. Going to the Mensch. Ugh. No, I'll put it right in front of Cordial. Hey, I got a Haug auto and a Percy box, 10 out of 10. The only guarantees in life. I had got a notification that something ends soon on eBay, and I had to take a quick look. Yeah, you're not allowed to as an affiliate. It was in the contract. Ben, what's up? No golden discs. I haven't pulled the super in so long. I'm starting to get a little, antsy. Tramnitz, Bortoletto, Zane, Checo, Solov, Little Prost, Max Esterson out of 200, Noel Leon, Verstappen on the common refractor, and then Carlos Sainz headliners, another one. Chris, I really hope so. I really hope so. I don't like this dry spell. It's like I'm not sleeping well at night anymore. Aw, I don't want to be compared to him. I don't even have any alcohol up here. No, Glenn, what I end up doing is I pull Lindblad for myself and then I sell it to you. Not much, man, not much. Ooh. All right. Yuki, Dino, Oscar, Barnard, Seb Montoya, Noige, James Hunt, Valtteri Bottas, Cordial, and a little 6 out of 10 Noige.
Nothing, just an incident.
6 out of 10 for you, Chris? See, now you can't be too upset. Because I pulled you something. Pulled you something. Yeah, actually, if that card didn't have a mustache, I would have to send it to whoever had the Christian Mansell spot. I think that's a fair trade-off. I have no idea, man. Wirtz, Fornaroli, Signs, Shields, Dufek, Prost, 22 out of 75 on the max die cut. Senna, Checo World's Finest, F2, Jack Crawford 3 out of 5 auto. Let's get some Eagles in the chat, y'all. Eagles in the chat. No, this is going to Brent Dalton. I see some flags. I don't see some Eagles, guys. Come on. There we go, Cadence. There we go.
Nothing, just an incident.
So nice. Had to hit it twice. Victor, what are you even doing up here anymore, man? You're an out of 10. Come on. All right. Yeah, Keith. I think you guys will have to trade Brent for some break credit or something like that. Best I can do is 24 finest. Yeah, I wish there were some max autos in here, but I'm assuming it has something to do with a contract with how many autos, like things he signs. All right, we got an out of 25 and a chaos. Senna, Ollie, Sammy, Esti Labesti, Fernando, Paul Aaron, Michael, Lando on the uncommon, more Nige. This should go to the Christian Mansell spot because he doesn't have a mustache, but 11 out of 25. And then on the chaos, a little Max Verstappen. It is a base chaos, but we'll still take it. We'll still take it. Even though this very much looks like it says 1 of 1 right here. These are actually, even though they're so busy, one of my favorite inserts. These and World's Finest, I want to do a nice little set of. You're good, man. You're good. Unfortunately, you have not missed any Leclerc.
Nothing, just an incident.
All right. The McLaren, you guys are going to have to go. His image on the Chaos is cool. His image on the... What the heck was it? The super short print. That one. No, we still have 2 more boxes after this. The button? I think I got it for like $4.99 on Amazon, bro. You can get it yourself. I'll record for it. Ooh. We got a gold World's Finest coming. Little Joe, Little Sophia, Max, George Russell, Victor Martins, Noige, David Coulthard, 85 of 99. Max on the uncommon refractor. More Nige. And then on the out of 50 World's Finest, who else? Who else? Jesus. Save some for the rest of us, dude.
Nothing, just an incident.
What in the world? You know what's bad when I'm just like, all right, we can stop pulling Colapinto. We're, we're at that point. We can just stop. I can't believe just how much has come out. All right, we got a relic. That's probably going to be Colapinto also. All right, we got JMC up front. Voisin, Goeth, DC, Christian on the uncommon, Nige, oop. A little Lewis, 96 out of 150 on the uncommon. 3 out of 25 Sauber relic. So are we going to go to Mensch or are we going to go to Pito? We're going to Pito. 3 out of 25. 3 out of 25 on the token Australian. We're going to put him right with the K-Mag. That is solid. All right, guys, we got 2 more boxes. We are 75% of the way through. 2 more boxes. I have two or three more cases of this on the way already because it's a little bit of a hit. A little bit of a hit. If I pull a 101 Franco, you got to let me keep all of the other Francos. How about that? Or a Gasly. Won't be this pack. Suka, Mini, Leclerc, Lewis, Luke Browning, Michael, Charlie Wirtz, 81 out of 2 hundo, Haug, Noleon on the uncommon refractor, and GR on the headliners. GR on the headliners. How funny would that be, though? Like, if that was like one of the unspoken rules, you pull the super, you get to keep all the other cards as the breaker. Jeez, that stack off to the side is ridiculous. Yeah, Lance hasn't made. You know what, though? Lance doesn't have to make an appearance now that you got 2 relics for K-Mag. Lance is like not even in. Yeah. He's still chilling in turn 1. All right, we got an out of 15 on the back end. Senna, Bottas, Ramos, Enzo, Gasly, Bedrin, Prost, Michael, Miata. We got an F3 Trident. Santiago Ramos on the rare out of 15. 13 out of 15. I feel like all this year's products have just been loaded with SE relics, man. Yeah, you cut them all up, you'll start to be able to make your own fire suit. All right, I'm going to take Ollie down. I'll put this guy up with Zane. We're going to take Prost down. Working on a suit now, you'll have like all of the little patches. Your whole suit will be 1x1 squares. Speaking of, we got a relic coming. Blue, double blues. Jack Crawford, Visnicki, Alonso, Sonopol, Lewis Uncommon, Hulk Rare, Nikita Veteran 33 out of 150. I see a sleeve. I see a helmet. A little Charles Leclerc 72 out of 75. And we got a little bump in the patch here and a little threading. So there we go. There's some Charles. There we go. And just so everybody's aware, I'm going to be posting up another break tonight for next Monday. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it tonight. It'll be finest involved. I might do a little bit of a mixer. Might be doing a little bit of a mixer. Still no golden discs. We got one box and 2 packs. Albon, Villagomez, Max Verstappen, Christian Mansell, Hadge, Nigel Mansell, David Coulthard, Richard Verschoor, little Schumi out of 25. Little Schumi going to Rixer. And then Centurion super short print for Max Verstappen. And that's the one that I was talking about with that face, that little scandalous face. Like, oh. Right? Yeah, these are case hits. And I've hit 2 of them. One in each case. Max be eaten. Yar. Definitely spot beta. Honestly, with that finishers, it might have even been with how hot the product is. Damn, what are we... The lowest numbered card up there is 25, or highest numbered card is 25. What's the relic behind? Yeah. Jeez. I know you won't sell it. You won't sell anything. Ooh, that's, I think, a thicker relic. Yeah, that's a little thicker of a relic, so that might be a low numbered. Low numbered or a duo, yes. Stuka, Noleon, Lewis, a Yuki out of 50. Yuki finishers base on the back end. Is this going to be a Yuki relic? Finest formulas. K-Mag 1 out of 10. Another dual color.
Nothing, just an incident.
My bad there. Two dual color K-Mags. All right, His out of 25 is getting tossed off to the side now. Ay, ay, ay. Sheesh. K-Max spot, Max spot, Colapinto spot. Spread the love. Please, guys. There are other people that bought in. Screw Lance at this point. Screw Lance. All right. Oh, yeah, dude. Like, when you just see one spot eating and eating and you have something else, every dog has his day, right? All right, we got one pack and one box left, guys. We got a die cut and a chaos, gold chaos. All right, we're going to start with the Senna, Versure, K-Mag, Cordeal, Michael Schumacher, Alan Prost. Oh, Colapinto out of 99. Whoop, big whoop, big whoop. Nikita Bedrin, Isaac on the uncommon, and on the chaos. 25 out of 50 on the Albon. Another spot that's already been eaten. For the Shifu. Scott, do you know anyone at Topps that can ask why they put all of Colapinto's cards in this particular case? It's actually a little unfair at this point. And the dual color K-Mag relics. Because we got this one out of 25. And then that one out of 10. A Max Centurions in out of 25 finishers. We got one box left. One box left. One box to see those golden discs. Let's go. Auto on the left is Victor Martins out of 10. And then we got a Jack Crawford out of 5. Not this pack. Not this pack. We got to get one. We got to get one. JMC, Senna, Voisin, Behrman, GR, Oligoeth, Coulthard, Jack Crawford, Cush, 9 out of 25. And on the Let's Go, Nico Hülkenberg. There we go. Going to Pito. Let's Go is also a case hit. I don't. All right, yo, I got a case of Chrome sitting over here. If you wanna Percy that one, you can.
Nothing, just an incident.
And then one more for Cushy. I mean, for what you'll be able to sell all these Colapinto cards for, you could probably dome this whole case. I will only send you the sticky cards. Bombardiers, I think, in this one. Tim Tramnitz, Sammy, Esteban Ocon, Paul Aaron, Michael Schumacher, Alan Prost. On the blue, a little Nigel Mansell, again, without mustache. That one's out of 99. James Hunt, Paul Aaron on the uncommon refractor, and a little Checo Bombardiers. The other Red Bull seat getting some love now. You're mad at me. You can't be mad at me. Kylo, as a mod, can you take care of Driz for me? Thank you. Ooh, a nice little jagged die cut. Intimidators, it looks like. Charlie, Fornaroli, Sophia, Carlos, Dufek, Prost, Luke Browning on the refractor, Lewis Hamilton on the uncommon. On the blue, more Alan Prost, 38 out of 200. And on the Intimidators die cut, Alexander Albon, 19 out of 74. Shifu is getting a lot in this break. Yeah, legit. This, like, I'm pretty sure James Vowles put this case together himself and just sprinkled in some other stuff. Oh, yeah. If I did this as a team, somebody would hate me. Somebody would somebody would love me. Everybody else would hate me. All right. We got the relic coming. Joe, Max, Victor, Nige, Ollie, Yuki. Then we got a little Checo Perez, 31 out of 150 on the uncommon. Relic goes to $61 out of 99. Little stitching there. Aye. I'm calling up Claire. I'm calling up James. We're going to have a little conference. Scott, if you can hook that up, please do. We have to have a conversation here. All right, last two packs, y'all. No super here. Colapinto, Kush, Loki, Lewis, Van Hopen, Nige, Kimmy, Dino on the rare, Nige, F2, little Pepe Marty, 31 out of 99 on the die cut. I had such a good feeling about Golden Discs tonight. I was feeling it. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do it. We got this last pack, guys. Just this last pack. No relic on this one. They tease me with gold, but not the gold. With the little discs. Senna, Antonelli, Hulk, Lance Stroll, Marty, Shields, Michael. We're going to do a little Taylor Barnard, Shumi, 19 out of 50. And then Max Verstappen on the finest Masters base. So there we go, guys. That was the case. That was the case. We will be going over all of the hits. Again, all of those top loaders to the left here are just the stuff that I didn't have room for. Hey, it was awesome for Max, too, overall. All right. It's recap time, guys. This was my shortest stream ever. We are 1 hour and 27 minutes into it from fill to finish. I mean, a little bit of a joke because it was pretty much full once I started. Not pretty much, it was. All right, we're going to go over some relics here first. We'll hit all the relics first. How about that? We're going to just start with the out of 10. First on print K-Mag, dual color. Thank you, Driz. I'm sorry that it wasn't more fruitful for you, buddy. Botas, 3 out of 25. Albon, 61 out of 99. K-Mag, 12 out of 25. Leclerc, 72 out of 75. The duel, we're going to do a group chat after this. It sounds like we're not going to be doing a duck race live, and I'm fine with that. K-Mag, 42 out of 99. Albon, 76 out of 99. K-Mag, 8 out of 50. Botas, 41 out of 99, so he got 2 relics. James Vowles had to, of course, get that Williams relic with him, 18 out of 75. And then Gasman, 63 out of 99. No, there's 324 in gross sales on Whatnot. So, you know, they're getting some piece of the pie. They're getting some piece of the pie. All right, next we'll go over all of this. But first we will take down these. All right. Yeah, you got some TP. You got some TP. All right. On the stuff that didn't make the stand. Yes, there's a lot of base inserts, but they're cool, so I still sleeved them. Max, finest Masters base. Michael out of 50. JMM out of 99 die cut. Checo out of 150. Prost out of 200. Albon die cut Intimidators out of 74. Nige out of 99. Hulk, let's go. Colapinto out of 99. Albon out of 50 Chaos. Yuki finishers. Yuki out of 50. Bedrin out of 150. Prost out of 40 die cut. Thank you, Scott. Ollie Behrman out of 40 die cut. Charlie Wirtz out of 200. George headliners. Lewis out of 150 uncommon. DC rare out of 99. Colapinto out of 50 world's finest. Max Chaos. Checo world's finest. Max out of 75 die cut. Albon out of 50 finishers. Albon base finishers. Esterson out of 200. Signs headliners. Van Hoppen out of 75 die cut. Colapinto base finish or X Fractor Intimidators. Dirksen out of 200. Shumi out of 99 rare. Lando Intimidators. Max Finishers. Enzo out of 150. Alonso out of 200. Colapinto out of 74 die cut Finest Masters. Emerson Fittipaldi 50 out of 50 Chaos. 50 out of 50, by the way. Hadge rare out of 20. Antonelli die cut out of 74 Headliners. Nige out of 99 die cut. Prost out of 75 die cut. Signs Headliners. Senna World's Finest. Antonelli out of 99 die cut. Senna out of 99. Prost out of 50. Lando out of 150. Enzo Fittipaldi Finest Masters. Paul Aaron out of 200. Lewis out of 150. Jack Crawford out of 99 rare. Zane Maloney out of 200. Colapinto X Factors Finest Masters. Ali Behrman out of 75 die cut. Another Checo World's Finest. Another Colapinto X Factor Finest Masters. Lando Norris 99 die cut. Franco Intimidators. George Intimidators. Shumi out of 99 die cut. SD out of 200. Colapinto World's Finest. Oscar out of 150. Tommy Smith out of 200. Jackie Stewart Headliners. Shumi out of 200. Albon out of 99 rare. Nico Hulkenberg out of 150 uncommon. Kush out of 25. Sonopol out of 20. Checo Bombardiers. Yuki 25 World's Finest. Nige out of 10. Nige out of 25. Max Centurions. Max out of 25 finishers. WDC count. Victor Martins out of 10 auto. Jack Crawford out of 5 auto. Cordeal out of 10. Shumi out of 25. Ramos out of 15. And Zane Maloney out of 20. God dang, that was a case, guys. That was a case. And I'm almost positive there were significantly more hits in this case than there were in, or lower number hits than my first finest case. But have no fear. We got more cases on the way. We have more breaks on the way. Saturday night, $1 starts. Make sure you bookmark that. Pre-bid on any of the spots that you're looking for. They're going to be loaded up tonight. And then, like I said, I'm thinking that we're going to be doing a little bit of mixing pretty soon. Oh, thanks, Colin. I appreciate that, bro. But yeah, we had a bunch of major incidents tonight, guys. And I appreciate you all for being a part of it. I hope to see you all again very soon on my shortest stream pretty much ever, 1 hour and 33 minutes. So again, thank you all for joining. Let's have a good time again soon, and I will see everybody around. Let's see if there's anybody that we can raid. Is there anyone? We got some Dub Jeremiah, we got some Formula Queen. We're going to go to Formula Queen, another P1 affiliate.